Day 2 Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament hosted by the West Central Heat, brought to you on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Will Thomas alongside the magnificent Dwayne Hulett. Dwayne, how are we feeling on a warmer Thursday, I guess, than everywhere we've been so far this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's warmer. Sounds like there's more white stuff getting ready to fall. So we only have one game tonight. 5:30 start. It was supposed to be 6, then it was supposed to be 5. And there was a game at 6:30, then it became 5:30, and no game after that. So.
Yeah, times have been bounced around as we get ready for starting line's national anthem. We'll take a quick break for the national anthem and bring you back with action from today's game. We'll meet the teams and everything in between. We'll be right back.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Since 1958.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Welcome back inside the high school at West Central High School, the host of the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament, as we get ready for two teams to battle it off on day 2 as the Stark County Lady Rebels will get ready to take on the Ridgewood Spartans. Dwayne, we saw some highly contested 4 games yesterday. 4 games.
8 teams.
8 teams, 4 games. As we get ready for day 2, only 1 game, like you said today, just due to some weather. And this tournament started as a pool play tournament before bouncing to what it would be a seeded tournament, and just each team guaranteed 2 games with pretty much each 4 team regions is what it pretty much came down to. Winners will play winners out of the regions, and losers will play losers on Saturday.
Yeah, it's been tough, this tournament, and the staff here at West Central and the entire conference staff has been battling this deal throughout. It's been pretty impressive that they've just been able to figure out how to get some sort of a tournament here this week, as it's just been kind of crazy. I mean, it's been crazy everywhere. We cover basketball games from 6 different schools on the regular, and we're going to have so many makeup games to be had here in the next few weeks, because it always seems to happen. These games get snowed out or colded out right towards the end of the season, and you already have these games, and you're just pounding games on top of games at the end of the year. So we might see a little bit of that, but at the same time, I'm kind of wondering if a lot of these games, even the regular season games, aren't going to get made up.
Yeah, as we get ready for tip here, we'll run quick through starting lineups for the Stark County Lady Rebels. They're going to have number 10, Emily Dimitron, as well as number 11, Morgan Brooks, number 30, Peyton Hillier, number 25, Lauren Orwig, and the last one there,
Number 20, who we don't have on our list.
Number 20, who we don't have on our list. That's always going to be fun. We'll try to figure that out as the Spartans of Ridgewood in their home whites come out and win the tip right away, as Maddie Richards will swing it to the right wing. Quick drive into the paint, and 2 there for Heidi Landier.
That's a good drive right off the bat. No little early start, little different time start. You come in and right off the bus and drop one in on a nice drive.
Yeah, quick two. His scoreboard's running with 2:30 left. Spartans lead, 7:30 left. Spartans lead 2-0 as it swung around the horn by the Lady Rebels, and it'll go out of bounds and stay with them. Lady Rebels in their away black with a little red side stripe and white lettering. As they bring it over to the top of the key. Backdoor cut, baseline drive. And as I learned yesterday, a hammer pass attempt across the baseline to the far corner.
Knocked out of bounds by Ridgewood. That was number 31. Brinley Wirt knocking it out of bounds.
Ridgewood making it tough on the inbound, and they get the turnover. Quick up, one dribble, left-hand layups, no good, rolls off the front rim. And Sierra Clark tried to get the fast break, too. And the Lady Rebels head back in their offensive direction. Here in minute one, as that pass flies into the third row of the stands.
Not a whole lot of fans here. Might be a good thing. That one would have hurt.
That one would have hurt, as Peyton Hillier was showing why she might be playing center field for the softball team this spring. Quick give and go. Nice pick and roll seal as the layup's good for number 31, Brinley Wirt, as Ridgewood leads 4-0 here early in the first quarter. .6:26 left. Rebels will work it around the perimeter. Now drive in, stripped, and Ridgewood is back on the offensive way. Fast break layup's good that time for number 3, Sierra Clark, as they lead 6-0, excuse me.
Yeah, pushing it up and down the floor are the Spartans. That's not uncommon for them. They like to move the ball up and down the floor. We got a few guards that like to run with the basketball, and a steal right there. Oh, called double dribble.
We're going to get a turnover there and a quick timeout by the Lady Rebels as they find them down 6 here 2 minutes into play. Just a little over 2 minutes. 2 minutes and actually 1 second, Dwayne, as they call it.
Look at you being all specific and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, hey, got to keep these fans and everybody know where the clock's at. It's at 5:59, 6-0. Obviously, Ridgewood came in, wanted to play some pressure. If you're the Lady Rebels right now in this timeout huddle, what are you telling them?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's two things. You got to take care of the basketball, obviously. I have them for 3 turnovers to this point in the game, and I think all but 1 basket has come off points off turnovers for Ridgewood. The other thing is you can't get beat on the pick and roll. It's quite obvious that in the half-court set, Ridgewood is looking to get the ball in the post, and you got to play some defense in the post, and that if not, it's going to be an awful long game for Stark County.
Stark County, the Lady Rebels, coming into today's tournament as the 12th seed, so trying to pull off what would be an upset over the 9-seeded Ridgewood Spartans.
Yeah, so the pool play that was kind of the way they ended up doing it was kind of pool play. They put the top 4 in one pool, the next 4 in another pool. There's a nice pass down low.
Great bucket there as the Lady Rebels are on the board thanks to Lauren Orwig, and it's a 6-2 ball game here with 5:38 left.
But what I was saying is they kind of grouped them in sets of 4, and the winners of 1 and 2 or 1, 2, 3, and 4 from that pool are playing for the championship, and the next one's playing for 3rd and 4th, and so on and so forth here.
Broken down as the Lady Rebels forced the turnover, now trying to bring it back on the offensive side. Cut into a 4-point deficit as a little weave action. Now pull it out to the top of the key. Number 11, Morgan Brooks has it.
Man-to-man defense, no switching. They're going through what little bit of a pick there is. They're moving through, staying with the ball. Got lost there, though.
Yeah, quick 3-pointer from the left quarter for Brooks. That one's just a little strong. As on a missed basket, trying around is Ridgewood. They'll rotate it around here, near corner, now to the wing. Back to the top of the key.
I said they were working to get the ball in the post. That time they had all 5 players outside the 3-point line.
They went 5 wide. As that time they did try to get it into the post, and it will go off the leg of, I believe that was number 25, Lauren Orwig, and will go out of bounds and will stay with the Spartans here with 4:34 left in the first quarter.
6-2. No fouls called yet in this one.
No, clean defense to start. Bryn Orwig has it in the paint. Now we're gonna get 3 seconds. She was camping there.
Yeah, she was heading out. She just didn't get out quick enough. She was literally a half a step from getting 1 foot out, which would have cleared to 3 seconds. And she was moving in the right direction. She just didn't quite get there.
She had the timer go off in her head and realized, so did the official, as the turnover for the Spartans will give the Lady Rebels another offensive possession, trying to get in there and cut into this 4-point deficit. They have that nice, really roll in there. It is trying to go to it again, as it won't be able to be saved by the Spartans. But that's really what the Stark County needs to get into, is that roll and get the slip, as the Spartans are playing pretty on-ball pressure defense.
Yeah, you're going to probably look for backdoor cuts. Obviously, you're going to look maybe some pick and rolls, because they are trying to fight through all the picks. So that gives you the opportunity for a good pick and roll, but another turnover there.
Yeah, Sierra Clark's going to find number 4, Kerrigan Lewis. Layup's no good. Put back will be no good, as well as number 13, Heidi Landier will head to the line to shoot 2.
Foul on number 25, Lauren Orwig. Her first, team's first of the first quarter.
First free throws up and rattles in and out. As we get a couple of subs, a pair actually, for the Spartans is number 20, Becca Lindsley, as well as 22, Mackenzie Peck will check in. For the Lady Rebels, they will have number 22, Kenna Newton, check in for them, as the second one rattles home this time for Landier.
1 for 2 from the charity stripe, so 50%. I'd like to see a little better than that, but plenty of time in the game to probably improve that.
Quick drive there from Peyton Hillier, and she'll draw the foul and go to the line.
Foul's on number 20. Her first, team's first of the first quarter. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt. Do you ever say that anymore?
Sometimes. And she completes the old-fashioned three-point play, and it's a 7-5 ball game. 3:42. Clock has stopped. We are getting extra free basketball right now. Now the clock's running. We're good there. As Clark has it, pressured all the way up the top, as the Lady Rebels are trying to get the Spartans a little out of sync, it looks like. Swung around. Clark, top of the key, 3. Off the right side, no good. Rebounded by Orwig, and she rips it away.
She was having no part of that getting tied up, was she? Throwing elbows.
Throwing elbows is correct. It's the 3-pointers off there from Hillier. And the Spartans head back their direction, up by 2, 7-5. Quickly inside, turnaround layup is good. Right hand on the left side for number 22, Mackenzie Peck. And it's back to a 4-point lead for the Spartans. Great looking for Peck there inside. Quick transition off the missed basket, Dwayne.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a play ran there. It was just go down, find position, and there's another bucket for number 30.
So the Rebels counter back, and it's staying a 2-point game.
Peyton Hillier was number 30. What I was saying is, well, here we go again.
There's that backdoor cut. You were talking about it earlier for the Rebels, how they need to do a backdoor cut, and the Spartans took the advice instead.
Yeah, quite a few points being put up. I'm kind of surprised here in a 9 versus 12 of the conference getting this many points put up. We saw some low-scoring points in the games you did yesterday, but not afraid to shoot, not afraid to put some points on the board here, either one of these two teams. That's going to be tipped away, but it'll stay with Ridgewood. What I was saying in that transition earlier is they didn't really set up a play. She just came down, found a spot on the block, and found her and got her the ball.
Finding a way to get in transition even when you aren't really in transition is big. Definitely at the high school level. It's a key if you know how to rim run a post player and get a quick basket, get out. There's that pick and roll. Beautiful rim run there for number 22, Mackenzie Peck, just unable to finish the layup, as the Lady Rebels will clean up the boards but then almost turn it over. She get pressure and we'll get a blocking foul.
Becca Lindsay Becca Lindsay had an offensive rebound and missed the putback as well. That foul's on number 22, Mackenzie Peck, her first, team second.
Lady Rebels trying to inbound it. Ball faking, finally find something.
I wonder how many of these fans are coming in a little late, didn't know that it started at 5:30 instead of 6.
I was honestly surprised at how many fans weren't here early, thinking the game started at 5.
Yeah.
Third time change for this due to, who knows, weather.
Weather that's supposed to be coming. It was funny, we were listening to West Central practice earlier, and the girls were like, well, what if we don't have school tomorrow? What if we don't have school tomorrow? You know, it's become a theme anymore. You know, if there's a little bit of snow in the forecast or a little bit of cold weather, there's no school. And so they're looking for, but the e-learning thing changes that a bunch, doesn't it?
COVID changed everything. You can do classes. You don't miss that school day as the turnaround layup is no good there by Mackenzie Peck. But
Man,
turnover from the Rebels. Yes, the Spartans will turn it right back over. Almost a double dribble.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
As Maya Brown will, just kidding, the other number 10, Emily Demetrian, will bring it up for the Rebels. Number 20 goes left-handed layup, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Cecilia Clark.
Under a minute to go, 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Been a pretty quick first quarter, really.
Pretty quick first quarter, knock on wood. The game flow has been there. It's a little wheel action and just unable to handle it is number 22, Mackenzie Peck. Me and Peyton doing the games yesterday, we're talking about this, no shot clock. You're able to hold the ball, obviously. You get under a minute. Do you try to relax and work something as we've hit 28 seconds? Do you wait for one shot or do you go up? And the Lady Rebels trying to go up with the shot. As that one's going to be no good. It'll be on the ground, though, for a jump ball, and we'll stay with the Lady Rebels as they got a couple subs coming in. Number 22 for Stark County, Kenna Newton, as well as number 25, Lauren Orwig will check in, as well as the Spartans had a player check in, and I didn't look up quick enough to catch the number.
Well, that's going to be number 10 checking back in, or was she already? She was already back in, wasn't she?
Yeah, as the Lady Rebels turn it over on the end out of bounds plays. Clark misses the fast break layup, and Clark's had a couple of those. We hit the final 10 seconds. Just missed another one.
I don't laugh because she missed it, but it was the oh my gosh that.
Lady Rebels going for the buzzer beater. Left-handed layup's good. And it's a buzzer beater, 11-9, first quarter for the 9 versus 12. As the Lady Rebels find themselves just down by 2. Caught a break there at the end of it. It was looking like this could be a 6-point game at 13-7. Instead, it's a 4-point swing, and it's 11-9 as we head to quarter number 2.
Well, it was nice for Kenna Newton to understand that she had time to get to the rack, too, but at the same time, it was nice that Ridgewood didn't foul. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and we'll be back right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back inside West Central High School. Will Thomas, Dwayne Hulett bringing you all the action today from the Lincoln County Trail.
Lincoln Trail Conference.
Lincoln Trail Conference. I don't know where I got county. Maybe all the county roads we took to get here today.
We only took a couple.
A couple.
Most of it was highway.
Yeah. Also, Joey Joseph Jelinek over there doing the camera work. He can't hear us, but we're giving him a shout out anyways, as he is running the camera from midcourt. We're up on the stage. First time broadcasting from a baseline for myself, as that jump shot by Kerrigan Lewis is no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels, who have a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 as they quickly get it up.
That was a nice down court chest pass there.
Even a better pass to the near corner as the jump shot's just off to the side by number 22, Kenna Newton. A good look there. The Spartans go up quick. Left-hand layup's too strong. Rebounded, put back is good for number 13, Heidi Lindier.
She's got 5 points on the night. change that to second quarter.
It is the second quarter. It is 13-9. The fouls are 0-0 as the Spartans force another turnover. Get no good, but there's Lindier with another offensive board and a putback.
That's J.J. Calicon-esque right there.
J.J. Calicon-esque is correct. For those that don't know, J.J. Calicon, player on the men's basketball team at Western Illinois, where I spend a majority of my time. As the Lady Rebels come back and knock down a three there by Emily Demetrian.
A sports corner three for Demetrian.
Sports corner three is correct.
That sounded like a slap.
I didn't know if it was a slap or the coach clapping.
Could have been both.
There will be foul number one. We're going to get a foul on the Lady Rebels. It will be their first team foul.
I think it's going to be on number 11. Yeah, there's 11. 11 was out there. I didn't think she was out there. Couldn't see her. Team's first, her first.
15-12 is we're going to get another foul. This one's going to be a shooting foul as number 10, Maya Brown, will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Fouls on number 10, Emily Demetrian.
As the first one's up and good. And the lead goes from 15-12 to 16-12. 6:26 left in the first half. Second one's up, hits the front rim and rolls over. And it's perfect 2 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Ridgewood 3 for 4 from the free throw line now in the game.
Little 2-3 zone it looks like as the Lady Rebels go straight into the paint and get the bucket and the foul as Lauren Orwig gets the and one. It has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Foul is on Ridgewood's number 13. That is Heidi Leander, her first. Team's first of the second quarter.
Orwig's free throw will roll in, and she completes the three-point play as it's 17-15.
Both teams shooting well from the free throw line.
Yeah, deep two-pointer there is a little long, rebounded by Orwig, and she's going to rip it away and take it up herself. You know, the Spartans started out in a 6-0 run, and the Lady Rebels called a quick timeout, and ever since then it's really been evenly matched.
Yeah, they've done a lot better job of taking care of the basketball, which was really the biggest problem during that 6-0 run, is they just weren't getting shots because they were turning the ball over. But they have done a better job of that, and it helps that Ridgewood really isn't shooting the ball very well.
Yes, Demetrian's three's no good, but rebounded there by Brooks as she's going to drive baseline. Bounce it to the far side. Swung around and
stepped on the baseline.
Stepped on a bounce. As we get a pair of subs, number 15, Mavie Colgan checks in, as well as number 20 will check back in.
At halftime, we'll go over and find out who that is. If somebody in the live chat that it may be watching knows who number 20 is for Stark County, we'd love to have that information.
Rebounded there by Orwig. And another chance with a 2 to tie or a 3 will put.
That was actually Kenna Newton. Newton is 22, Orwig's 25.
Oh.
I did the same thing last night on 13 and 21.
The numbers, when the jerseys get scrunched, 5s look like 2s and 2s look like 5s.
That they do.
And the hair braids are the same.
You know what? I think that everybody that plays basketball should be forced to have short hair. Another turnover.
As this will lead into a timeout called by the Spartans, as we will head to a break. 30-second break, and we'll be right back as you're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Back inside West Central High School, 17-15 game. And Dwayne, we talked about it a little bit about it, but a 6-0 run to start this game, and ever since that, it's been a 15-11 run for the Lady Rebels, and they've gotten right back into this with a chance with the ball here to take the lead and tie it up.
Yeah, they just came off. We talked about Ridgewood came off the bus right at the get-go, made a nice layup, and things were kind of going their way right off the bat. Stark County was a little slower to get going. Once that timeout came, they kind of got their feet under them a little bit, and then boom, it's been a good game since then.
Yeah, boom is right. As the layup's off the glass and good, and we are all knotted up at 17 apiece. First tie since 0-0 as the Spartans go quickly down the court, and they...
That didn't last very long.
No, as that one's going to come straight up into us. Good thing we're above the ground.
Were you scared?
You always get a little scared, basketball players. You don't want them to, like, take out anything. This is expensive equipment.
Yeah, well.
It's your expensive equipment.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't real concerned. Our stuff's on the table. I expect you to catch it, though, if they knock it off the table.
Okay.
That's the deal.
I will try. 19-17 in favor of Ridgewood as Spartans lead by 2 as the Lady Rebels tried
leaving everything short. Have you noticed that? Everything's just a little short for Stark County right now
if you
from range.
Yeah, Stark County, maybe a little deep, not fully on the line. We're going to get stay with the Lady Rebels.
Yeah, it was battling on the floor there was number 4, Kerrigan Lewis, and she was out of bounds when she touched the ball, so it was a turnover.
Yeah, you don't always see that get called out of bounds because the possession obviously was in the hands still of the Lady Rebels, but it did touch the body and the leg as the 3 was blocked there, and there comes Lewis. She goes fast break. Layup's no good. Rebounded, though, by the Spartans, and we're going to get a foul on the ground.
That foul's going to be on number 2, I believe. That's Haley Peterson.
So that will be the 3rd team foul for the Lady Rebels. As number 25, Lauren Orwig, will check right back in.
And that was on the floor. She started pushing because she knew she was beat. Probably a good foul in all honesty.
Layups blocked by Stark County as they will look to tie it up again. Only one tie other than 0-0. Stark County has not led yet today, but has been battling back ever since finding themselves down 6-0.
Might have a lead right here.
3-pointer, just short. Once again, you called it, Dwayne. They're just leaving everything a little short, a little more up in the legs, follow through, and you start knocking down. It's not like they're shooting bad shots. They're just not falling right now.
Yeah, they're just a little short. They make an adjustment. And the other thing is this game's different if Ridgewood makes easy baskets, too. They've missed a bunch of easy baskets that normally this team will make. So, it's this game is 19-17 with 3:19 to go. It could easily be 30-28 or 35-33.
Yeah. Scoring could be all around as the Spartans will rotate it around the horn. It finds Clark on the right wing. She now drives left. Mid-range jump shot for Lendier. In and out. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. Off and running to them. Fast break up to Brooks. Brooks is going to try to step through. Instead, we're going to get a held ball. And it will stay with Stark County.
Yeah, Ridgewood got the ball to start the quarter. We've had one jump ball in each quarter thus far. Plenty of time to get another one in this one, though.
As Addie Jewett will check in for the Spartans here with 2:49 left. Get it out to the corner. Swung around. Brooks left wing, and she's going to travel.
And she caught it, stepped, and then stepped again.
Yeah.
Chance to build on a 2-point lead here. If you're watching, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Share the link if you would. You can subscribe to our channel and then the Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. It's going to stay with Ridgewood, but you'll be able to watch the Saturday games as well. We see Ridgewood quite regularly as they come down, and they've already played BPC this year. They play A-Town, some teams like that, obviously. So hop in and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy some good high school sports from the area.
Give it a follow, give it a like, give it a subscribe as TSSR offers it all. As the layup's good for the Spartans, and they now lead back by 4.
Mackenzie Peck, a nice move down on the post, and then she gets a good move defensively on the other end.
Yeah, forcing turnovers. The Spartans looking to open this game up. And it's going to start for them, obviously, on the defense side, and then making those easy baskets as they rotate it around inside. Nice find there once again as Mackenzie Peck gets a bucket, a steal, and now another bucket, and the lead's back up to 6. 23-17. Three-pointer off to the right, no good. There for Peyton Hillier. And with 1:45, we saw about a 6-point lead with about this much time left in the first quarter, and the Lady Rebels were able to cut it back down to 2, as that three is no good, but rebounded and put back is good there for number 13, Heidi Leandier. 8-point lead, minute and a half. You kind of got to get going now, I would think, Dwayne.
Yeah, Leander has 9 points, so flirting with double figures.
And we're going to get a foul on Leandier. Now the subs will be allowed to check in.
Foul's going to be on Ridgewood, number 2, Addie Jewett, her first, team's second of the second quarter. And just like that, we're up to our largest lead of the game for Ridgewood at 8 points, 25-17.
Minute 15 left.
We talked about if Ridgewood made some shots that they struggled with throughout this first half, this game could have been a whole lot different, but this foul's going to be called there.
But if you're the Rebels, there's one place you want to go, and that's the free throw line. Find a way to score points without the time coming off. The clock is key when you find yourself down.
Kerrigan Lewis picks up the foul, her first, team's third.
As the first one's just off to the right.
Couple free throws for number 20. That puts Stark County at 2 for 3 from the free throw line in the first half. Subs coming in and out. They're kind of just flowing them in there, aren't they?
Have you ever seen that when subs come in, like a coach will send one in, get them in, and then they'll send another, and it's more of like a 35-second to 40-second process instead of just like, these are the 3 subs, we're going to go 3 and 3.
Right.
As the Lady Rebels go 0 and 2, and there goes Peck from the left block, put back, no good as well. As 2 looks no good, as the ball will be turned over once again for the Lady Rebels.
That's the first turnover in quite some time, really, for these two teams.
Well, if you look what the Lady Rebels want to do is they get a rebound and they're trying to leak down the sides and then work back into the middle. And that pass just was on the outside instead of the inside.
Yeah, wrong shoulder, right?
Wrong shoulder's correct. Inside. Peck goes to the left block where she likes to go, and that one's going to be stripped out of her hands. And will go out of bounds. Clark will inbound it right in front of us. Right inside, shot blocked, put back is no good as the Spartans will get a third opportunity, and this time draw a foul with 32.8 seconds left in half number 1.
Foul's going to be on Peyton Hillier, number 30, her first, team's fourth.
So in the bonus are the Spartans. Any foul the rest of the 30 seconds will result in free throws.
Okay.
As we'll just go in and out of the hands of Maya Brown. As it just looked like she wanted to whip it across the baseline and just unable to grab it and slipped.
Yep, slipped right out of her hands and right out of bounds.
So 25-17, 20 seconds left. As the Spartans come out in a 1-3-1 zone pressure. Saw a couple zones in the games I broadcasted yesterday's. Just like that, the Lady Rebels will break it, get a good look. But 9 seconds for Clark as she gets it poked out of bounds.
Oh, what an arm on the back there. No foul call, though.
Dangerous. That's a dangerous play for Peyton Hillier there. She picks up a foul. Clark's going to line to shoot 2 here with the final seconds. As Peck's going to step through. Layup's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. And that's how we'll head to the half. 25-17. The Ridgewood Spartans lead here at the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament hosted by the West Central Heat right here on TSS Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a quick halftime break as you'll hear a word from McDonough District Hospital. That's what I want to say.
Something like that, right?
MDH.
Here we go.
Welcome back to halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Patrick Osterman, the Director of Business What? Tell me again. I know you as the media guy. That's what I know you as. And every time I talk to you, it's like I can't ever remember.
Well, for the majority of my MDH career, I have been the director of public relations and marketing. But as of February of 2023, that's when I added on the title of vice president of business strategy.
Well, see, there you go. See, I that's what you get me all discombobulated. You know, the email address doesn't change. That's my problem.
It does not. No.
If you
same.
changed the email address, I would have had that. I would have remembered that. But every time, you get something stuck in your head. It's kind of like when I'm announcing a basketball game or something, and I say somebody's name wrong, and then they say this is how you're supposed to say it. I always just mess it up. It's just hard to change back. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Well, we're here to talk about MDH, not about all my shortcomings as an announcer or an interviewer, but a lot of big things happening for MDH here in the last year or so, hasn't there?
There has been a lot of really positive things going on. If you come out to our campus, you're going to see the construction for the community pharmacy going on. That is certainly one of our big projects. We've also had a lot of community outreach events, too, over the past 6 months, I would say, really from like summer, fall 2023. Just a lot of positive things going on.
Well, one of the things we talked a little bit about last year but didn't really get to touch on a lot was you've expanded. You've got a physical therapy, I believe, in Monmouth. Is that correct?
Correct. We got the MDH Monmouth Clinic, physical therapy up there, a convenience clinic. Everything's been going really well up there. Very supportive community. Really been just incredible how many people have been welcoming us into the community. We've got some staff members up there who are part of the Monmouth community, live there in Monmouth. So really the familiar face when you walk into the clinic.
Obviously, we were talking about sports, and we've talked about physical therapy and rehabilitation. That's a large – I don't know if it's a large part of what you guys do, but it's a very active way for you to be involved in the sports in the area, especially high school sports, and you've got a very solid physical therapy and rehabilitation department.
Our sports medicine and rehabilitation department, we've got our clinic up in the hospital on the third floor. We have our clinic in North Lafayette. We've got one over in our Bushnell family practice, and as we just talked about, up in the Monmouth clinic as well. As you know, Dwayne, sports is big in this area, and it's great. I've got children who played sports for Macomb or are playing sports for Macomb. We know how important that is. Make sure you have the athletic trainers, that you have the proper medical care there on the sidelines for the student athletes. So anytime that we can be a sponsor of that to help and just help not only promote the MDH brand, but more importantly, take care of the patients, take care of the student athletes. That's what's most important.
I think one of the biggest things parents, fans can see in person is Lindsay, Kessler, all those trainers that are at these games, and they it's I don't want to say it's funny, but it's really cool to see how they become ingrained in those teams that they are part of as trainers.
I used to work in college athletics before making the switch over to MDH, and in my near 25 years of working in sports information, we would be involved with the teams quite a bit. But as also one of the support staff members, we also work closely with the athletic trainers. There's a lot of different personnel involved, more than just the coach and the student athlete, that help make that successful. When you have a strong support staff like athletic trainers, for instance, it's just going to make your program stronger. You want your kids healthy. You want them to be out there as much as possible. If they are injured, okay, what can we do to best care for them to make sure that they get on the court quickly and as healthy as possible?
I think MDH and the schools, though, are lucky to have the quality of trainers that you've got that not only do a good job, but truly, I mean, you can watch by the Facebook posts and how much they care about the teams, even if they don't treat somebody on a team, they become part of that team.
They do, and I think the more they deal with it, they're there on a daily basis. They want to see those student athletes succeed, and they certainly do have a personal investment in the teams and seeing the kids, the student athletes, the coaches succeed, and the school succeed.
Okay, so we've talked about how important trainers are and everything to MDH, but you mentioned a few minutes ago, I think it's been a few minutes ago, seconds ago maybe, but you talked about how you spent years in sports information.
I did.
How does a sports information guy end up as a public relations guy and then a VP at a hospital?
Well, when I got started, I had an interest in doing a lot of writing when I was in college, and my academic advisor knew me. He knew my family, and he knew we were big sports fans. And he said, Pat, you realize there's a profession out there called sports information? And he explained it to me, and I said, so essentially I kind of get paid to watch sports. And he goes, well, yeah, kind of. So that really started my interest. And then when I was at Northern Iowa, that's where I got my undergrad degree. I actually graduated with a public relations degree. I worked at the student office at Northern Iowa, and then that led me to go to grad school out at Gonzaga University. I got my athletic administration master's degree. And my first job was actually at Eastern Illinois, and I was the PR person for Eastern Illinois University Athletics. I was the assistant director, worked 7 great years. That's where I met my wife, Susan. Our 2 older boys were born there. Led to my first full-time director job at Georgia Southern University. And then from there, I came up to Macomb. I was at Western Illinois for 8 years as the sports information director. But as I joked when I started at MDH, instead of writing about touchdowns and field goals and home runs, now I get to write about doctors, the staff, and just taking care of patients and the positive patient stories. So it's really, instead of athletics where I'm telling a story about student athletes, now I get to tell the story about our staff and great interactions with our patients. And then, you were talking about being named vice president. I do a lot with the Macomb Chamber of Commerce. I'm on the board of directors. One of the perks of working at Western and living in Macomb, it's a smaller community. You get to know a lot of people, and we're able to build some great relationships, and it's been just a blessing to be able to carry those relationships from Western over to MDH and now expand on those as my new role as Vice President of Business Strategy.
Well, you've had a couple kids go through Macomb, and they've had some success post Macomb as well, playing some sports, I think, right?
Correct.
So how important is it to be involved? And, TSSR isn't a huge deal by any stretch of the imagination. I guess when you're talking about communications, it's kind of the same thing as MDH, right? We're the small market provider of sorts. Why is it important for you to be involved and to make sure MDH is involved in what we're doing?
Well, as we said earlier, this is a big sports area. There's a very passionate fan base, and if they can't be in the games, they want to be able to try and watch the game somehow. So I remember when you first started, we had our initial conversations. I really was very impressed with the vision that you had to carry this on and where you wanted to go. And I thought this is a great opportunity for us as the marketing director to help promote our MDH brand, but also help promote high school athletics and help promote TSSR Game Time Live. And it's been a great relationship. We anytime I tune in, it's you guys do a great job broadcasting the events home and road. I know it's a lot of work for you guys to put this on, and I think the fans are very appreciative. And it's just a great opportunity for visibility. We're able to tell a story about our staff members and the great things that we're doing here at the hospital, all while watching some great high-quality sports productions.
Well, we appreciate that. Thanks for taking a few times, a few laughs, and a little mess up from me occasionally. But if you watch very many of our broadcasts, you should be used to that. Whenever you hear me talk, I tend to mess up.
No, you do a great job, and it's a great pleasure being a part of this partnership.
We'll be back with the second half right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Back inside West Central High School, the host and the place to be for the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament here, day 2 of 3, what was supposed to be, I believe, an 8-day tournament. 5 cancellations. We might have snow tomorrow. We really don't know if Saturday is going to happen yet. So we're just happy to be here. Day 2 had a game canceled tonight, had this one moved to 3 different times. Tip-off was 5:30. It's now 6:13. 8 minutes are on the clock, and I'm Will Thomas alongside me, Dwayne Hulett, and we're here to bring you the action for the second half.
Leading scorer in the first half comes off the Ridgewood bench. That is number 13, Heidi Leander.
We over the halftime break, we did solve the mystery we had in the first half, who number 20 was for Stark County, and it was actually number 3, Sophie Finnegan. Forgot her jersey and had to switch, and now it's number 20. Most likely used as that blood jersey as the Lady Rebels look to move quick. Right up to Brooks. Brooks step back, 2-point jump shot. In and out, just a little strong.
Well, it fits her pretty good. That's why I was kind of surprised that. Oh, nice pass, and she can't finish.
Great look there as Sierra Clark fed it inside. The putback layup is good, though, and we are in
That was Leander. Another offensive rebound followed by a putback.
As the three-pointer is good there for Brooks. And it's a 27-20 lead for the Spartans of Ridgewood. Inside, back outside. Clark drives right. Over the top pass, dump off, layup is good for Brindley Wirt. Good look there, once again, Dwayne.
Yeah, they're doing a good job getting the ball back inside now. Wirt had a couple baskets early, and it was kind of quiet the rest of the way, and that's not a good pass there by Finnegan.
Yeah, Finnegan went straight into the hands of the other number 10, Maya Brown, as Brown will drive all the way to the rim and get fouled and head to the line to shoot a pair.
Finnegan picks up the foul, her first, team's first of the third quarter. Couple free throws coming. First one is good.
6:36 left in the quarter. Every time this official on our right side here blows his whistle, it sounds like it's like a buzzer.
Dave Hasley.
I'm sitting here like, where's the horn? What's going on?
That's near you, folks at home, by the way. Dave Hasley is the official near you. He has been one of the best for quite some time in the area. Everybody knows, does everything, football, basketball, baseball. Had a lot of fun when he umpired baseball when I was coaching baseball.
As a three-pointer for the Lady Rebels is off the mark as we've hit the 10-point lead for the Spartans, who have control of the basketball. And bring it up.
Did she hit the second free throw?
No. It was 29-30, and or 29-20, and now it is 32. And a quick timeout.
Who made the last basket? I was trying to update my stats.
That would have been, I couldn't tell you.
It's that kind of a game. It takes a while to get used to looking from the end down here. It really does. We do all our games from Southeastern High School are from the end.
Yeah.
And there it seems like it's easy. Here I've struggled. I struggled the other day, and I'm struggling tonight.
I think I'm not used to looking, and you got play on the thing about the baseline is you always they're always turning. So you see the back and then you see the front. You see the back and the front. When we're on the sidelines, or you can see you're seeing one angle the whole entire time. But today, struggling, and I missed who scored that, so somebody scored it. It was on Ridgewood. They're at 32 points. They're up by 12. They came out rolling in quarter number 3, just like they did in quarter number 1. Quick timeout by the Lady Rebels. Saw them come back in quarter number 1.
The problem is they're twice as much down this time as they were the first quarter.
Yeah, it was 6-0 to start the first quarter, and now it's 32-20 to start quarter number 3. As we've hit the 2 minutes and 9-second mark of time gone away. As rotate around 3-2 zone, it looks like. As that one's going to get batted out of bounds. As number 4, Kerrigan Lewis, will just swat it out there and get the left paw and knock it out of play.
5:35 left here in the third quarter. Pace has slowed down a little bit, it feels like.
Yeah, this zone defense causing a little of issues. It causes the turnover, and then the Spartans will turn it over right back as Clark was not expecting the pass, went right past her eyeballs and her eyelids and out of bounds.
Anybody want it?
Anybody want it? Well, number 10, Emily Demetrian does want it. As she will corral it, now start the offense, kick it around. Now she finds it in the corner. Deep three-pointer is good. As the Lady Rebels knock down a big three-pointer, and it's a 32-23 ball game with 5:06 left. That's what they needed. And we've seen everything short for the Lady Rebels. Instead, they take 2 steps back, as we're going to get a foul. And we'll go to line to shoot 2. Will be number 31, Brindley Wirt.
Foul, I believe, is going to be on number 10 or number 11, Morgan Brooks. We'll wait and see for sure, but nope, it was on 10, Dimitri. That's her second they have her down for. That is what I have as well.
As the first one's up and good for Wirt.
She's got 7.
Second one's up off the left side of the rim, no good. Rebounded and pushed up by number 22, Kenna Newton. She's going to step, and step again as she will travel. And head coach Bob Baum not too happy there over on his bench.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about wanting to cut down on turnovers, and that's really what got them back in the game. And now the turnovers have kind of resurfaced and reared their ugly head again.
Yes, number 11, Morgan Brooks will check in for the Lady Rebels. She'll check in for Newton. As Brooks will bring it up and lead the offense. Quick zone defense once again for the Spartans. Coming out with a different look than they did in the first half, trying to just, I think, stop the Lady Rebels from getting into any kind of flow. Usually coaches, you see that, throw a different defense out there, make them have to figure it out.
They have struggled to do that. That time they got to the rack with a good defensive play to get the block and not the foul.
As we do have a foul there.
That's going to be on number 30, Peyton Hiller.
Be the third team.
Hillier, excuse me.
Third team foul.
Her second.
I must have the score wrong because the scoreboard says 33-23 and I had 32-24. So I will fix that and ride with what the scoreboard has.
Jump ball, possession
jump ball
to Stark County.
So there, now we have one jump ball in all 3 quarters.
All right.
Can we keep it going in quarter number 4?
Stark County has not gotten the ball to start a quarter of play yet. It's kind of funny. Got Dave Hasley talking to fans down at one end. Got the official at this end talking to the AD, I believe, down here.
Yeah, why not? Three-pointer is good for the Rebels. They knocked down
Peyton Hillier again.
2 3-pointers here, and it's a 33-26 game, down to 7 after that timeout. So a 6-0 run as they let up a quick 2 there to Lean-Deer on the great roll. She's been rolling to the rim all day and finding a way to get the easy 2. But in the zone defense, the Spartans running, you're going to have the open threes. If you can knock them down, you're going to get yourself right back into this game. Is just like that. There's a 2 for Hillier, and it's all of a sudden back to 7.
And a turnover. Another chance to get back in the game here for Stark County.
Finnegan will check in, who normally wears number 3, but today rocks the number 20. 7-point game. We saw it as big as 12. Zone defense once again.
Slow starts have killed Stark County to start both halves, and they've been able to roar back a little bit each time, but got to figure out how to come out of the locker room a little stronger.
Yeah, starts on this side for them, defensive side. Swung around. Lewis has her pass intercepted as Haley Peterson's layup is good for 2. And it's a 5-point game. So start maybe a little slow, but the Rebels are trying to start or finish strong as that layup's too strong. Rebounded by Morgan Brooks. She's going to save it. Get it back as she's going to lead the break. She's got the weak side for Finnegan. Does she see her? No. It'll be poked out of bounds. And it will stay with the Lady Rebels. Two officials just talking over, trying to make sure we get the right call here, and they say they do, and I believe I agree with them.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. It was close, though. I think that Stark County was a little concerned about which way it was going to go as well.
Peterson, right wing, now gone to Finnegan. Back to Peterson, inside now. It's going to almost be ripped, and now it will be picked off as Kerrigan Lewis will slow it down. Dwayne, I want to ask you, we saw Ridgewood come out and really pick up the pace to start the game, try to get in fast break, transition offense. They've slowed it down. Do you think that hurts the offense for them? Is now they will get some transition, now slow it down. Clark, right wing, three-pointer.
Long three.
No good, but offensive rebound gives the Spartans a extra opportunity. They take advantage as number 10, Maya Brown, knocks down the 2, and we get a timeout.
She's got 5 points with 1:45 to go.
Yeah, full timeout. And we will head to a break. 37-30 right here on TSSR Game Time Live. The Spartans of Ridgewood lead the Lady Rebels of Stark County.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need and see a physician when they need it. We want them to be headed towards the road of recovery when they leave here. I feel like we have nurses that care so much. We're more than a team. It's a family, and we want what's best for the patient.
Back inside West Central High School, Will Thomas, Dwayne Hulett bringing you Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament action. Lady Rebels of Stark County taking on the Ridgewood Spartans.
I'll tell you why I said that in a minute.
Okay.
In a minute and 28 seconds.
Are we going to get a foul? It'll be on
offensive foul
Morgan
on Brooks.
11 picks up the foul.
Her second. Team's fourth. That's what I have.
Team fourth is exactly what I have on our scoreboard. They have it on theirs too, 37-30. We'll cut down to 5 to the Lady Rebels. They saw it as big as 12. Battled back, now it's at 7.
Traveling.
We're going to get a traveling violation, a little up-down action. And with a minute 16, Lady Rebels get the stop, and just like that, Kenna Newton runs off the bench and gets back into the game.
She was excited to get back in, wasn't she?
And Maggie Mullick will counter, bring him back in Lean Deer. West Central's girls team out here watching some of their conference opponents. As Brooks will take the 3 from the left wing and knock it down. And Morgan Brooks knocks down a 3, and it's a 4-point game, Dwayne.
She's got 2 threes. 3 players have 2 threes now. And we talked about if they could find range, they would be because their shots were right on and a travel's going to be called. And they were leaving everything short in the first half, but they like this other end of the floor a whole lot better.
Yeah, figuring it out. Too many steps there as the turnover for the Spartans, who, body language is big. And right now you see all the heads up for the Lady Rebels, and all the heads are starting to sag a little down for the Spartans. As swung to the left side, back to the top of the key. Brooks is calling for it over here on the wing, wants another opportunity, and it will stay with the Spartans. Almost, not good for number 2. Haley Peterson. She tried to save that basketball. She didn't need to.
Yeah, I was wondering why she was going after it so hard, and she's really lucky she didn't get there.
Brooks wants it. She's been calling for it as it's going to be stolen, turned as Mackenzie Peck gets her hand in there. She had a run in the second quarter, found position in the post and just went to town and got things going. And that's exactly where they go. Feed it in there, left block, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rebels. 4-point game. Cut this to 2, cut this to 1 with the bucket, and they find Brooks. Corner. Thought about the 3, bring it back out.
That's
10
a
seconds.
kick. You got to call that.
Back to Brooks. They tried as Peck stole it. And now Sierra Clark has an opportunity. 3. Quick three-pointer, buzzer beater opportunity off the side of the backboard and rim for Heidi Lindier. And we head to the fourth quarter, 37-33. Dwayne, any thoughts before we head to quarter number 4? No thoughts for you, and we'll get the real thoughts when we get back as you're listening to the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Back inside West Central High School's gym, Will Thomas, Dwayne Hulett bringing you now fourth quarter action, 37-33, in a third quarter that we saw the Spartans of Ridgewood have a 12-point lead, Dwayne, and really the Lady Rebels of Stark County bounced back and battled back.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of been this theme for them, right, is to get behind and then try to battle back. If they could just start a little quicker at the start of each half, they wouldn't have to do the battling back, and that's been the downfall for Stark County here in this contest, is just not being able to get out of the locker room. And
as the three-pointer is going to be buried there by Kerrigan Lewis. Big three-pointer to start quarter number 4 for the Spartans. 40-30.
Brooks looked at another three there. It was an open look. I mean, it's a good shot. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. Would have been huge.
That inside, no good on the layup. Lane Deere, her putback is no good, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. And the Lady Rebels, you're kind of to the point where you can't have the slow start in quarter number 4. You've worked hard to trim a 12 to a 4-point lead or a 4-point deficit. So that free throws up, but now it's back up to 8 just like that.
Orwig picked up the foul. It's her second. Team's first of the fourth quarter, and Ridgewood went through the entire third quarter without a foul.
As the second one rolls over the front of the rim, and it's a 9-point lead, 4-point lead just 36 seconds ago as we've hit 7:24 in the quarter. Brooks rotates it around. Now back to Brooks, left wing, three-pointer, too strong as it's rebounded by Maya Brown, and she brings it up.
Overcompensated a little on that one.
Three-pointer.
That hit the wire.
By Kerrigan Lewis is no good. She just knocked down one from the top of the key. That one bounced off the rim and hits the wire above the rim and goes out of bounds.
Orwig leaves the game. Checking in, number 33 is Michelle Atchley. It's the first time she's been in the game tonight.
Brooks brings it up, swings it over. Left side, trying to get it inside. Finnegan's on the free throw line. That's where you want to attack the zone. And we're going to get a timeout by the Lady Rebels, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Dwayne, the zones, you can see where they want to get the ball. They got Finnegan rotating on the free throw line. That's where you want to get this ball in the zone.
Well, they post up down on the block, and they had a high post as well. And you might have heard Coach on us like, get it to her, because the low post block was open. In the transition of the zone, the low post block was open, and they didn't get her the ball. It was Ashley who just came in, and they just didn't even look at her. And I think that's probably what he's talking about here. We've got to find the open player, whether they're just off the bench or where they're at. We got to get to the ball to the open player.
Yeah, find the open holes in the zone. That's the thing about zone defenses can be great. You can mess with the defensive flow in their offense, but there is always holes in zones. As the Lady Rebels will look to find those. And trying to inbound it here, having a little trouble able to get it in.
Man-to-man on the inbound play, though. We'll see if they switch back. Man, there's a lot of contact there. See if they switch back to zone here, or if they stay man.
Straight in, Hillier. Her shot's blocked by Peck, and Peck's off and running. This is where the Spartans got things going in the first half with the transition, and we're going to have a foul on number 31, Brinley Ward.
Her first, team's first of the second half, but the first of the fourth quarter, more importantly.
Got her on an over the back, my guess is the 6:28 mark here, 42-33. Brooks crosses the timeline, swings it over, rotated around, three-pointer thought instead of drive. No good, rebounded though by Hillier. She goes back up, and this time she'll go to the free throw line. So following your own shot, usually you get rewarded, and just like that, Peyton Hilliard does.
Yeah, and Brinley Wirt's going to pick up her second foul. And in succession there. It's the second of the fourth quarter and a couple free throws and huge free throws for Stark County.
This is where Stark County can get back into the game as the first one rolls around and out.
Stark County has not shot many free throws. They are 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
Second one up. And that one's nothing but nylon. As it's 42-34, 8-point game, 6:09 left. Quarter 4, day 2, Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament.
Hillier has 11 points to lead Stark County.
She's been really the go-to offense. The layup there's a little too strong by Wirt. You would think Brooks, the three-point really threat in quarter number 3, is looking to get her shot, and she's going to have an opportunity here in the corner. Thought about it, instead drives. Cross-court bounce pass, swung around. Deetran three, is it good? And that's what you need if you're the Rebels.
It's her third three-pointer of the game. Sports corner 3, and a turnover back the other way. That's turnover number 10. Both teams unofficially with 10 turnovers. In a 5-point game, a chance to make it a one-possession game here.
42-37, 5.5. We've seen the Lady Rebels cut it to 4 or 5 multiple times, just trying to find that big bucket. As Finnegan's going to try to find it from the three-point arc. That one's no good. It's a good shot. It was open, but I don't know if it's the right shot in that time situation as Peck will bring it up.
Well, you have Demetrian and you have Brooks, who have hit a few and are shooting pretty well. There's a 3 on the other end, but you probably want them to kind of take that shot. You don't need to force it that quickly.
Clark's 3 on that end. No good. As Lady Rebels bring it back up. Backdoor cut. Demetrian, no good. Put back by Ashley's no good. It'll bounce out of bounds. It's going to go, and it will head in the direction of the Spartans.
A lot of contact down there, but you know, that's kind of the way this game's been played, right? It's quite a bit of contact, but they're letting them play, and it's that way both ways. And the players have to adjust to that, you know. And it's kind of, you know, high school girls basketball tends to be a little more physical, and it's been that way here in this one. But you got to power through that and get your shots to the rim.
Haley Peterson, as well as Kenna Newton, trek in as the Rebels look to bring a little pressure, picking up half court, full court as Peterson guarding Clark. Swung over, left side for the Spartans. Bounce pass inside, bounce around. Still controlled. No good there from Mackenzie Peck. But Clark corrals the loose ball as it was kind of pushed to her on the right wing, and now she'll reset. Inside Peck, quickly outside. Now back to Peck.
Good ball movement.
And it'll go out of bounds. It will stay with the Spartans. Quick ball movement, no dribbling, quick passes. Something Coach, I would say, loves to see.
Yeah, Newton got away with a pretty good push in the back there, and the ball went out of bounds. I really thought it went off of Ridgewood, but might have been would have liked to seen a pump fake and drive there. You know they had to close out.
That layup just off by Kerrigan Lewis, but she's able to corral another loose ball. Is Maya Brown's threes off to the right. Rebounded, great play there by Finnegan. If it goes off White's leg, it does. And it will head in the direction of the Lady Rebels. And just like that, they make a couple subs. Brooks, now this is unofficial, but this is just my memory. Brooks has made all her three-pointers on the left side of us. I don't know if she has knocked one down. She knocked one down from the right side of us? Do you know?
I don't think she has, actually, to come to think about it. I hadn't thought about it that way, but.
As Hillier's shot's no good, but rebounding's hard when you play the zone, and Lauren Orwig took advantage of that. She gets the offensive rebound and will head to the line to shoot 2 with 3:33 left. Third team foul on the Spartan, or second on the Rebels. No, second on the Spartans. 2 apiece. As the first free throw was
that
up.
should be 3 on the Spartans. Foul was on number 10.
I had 2 and 1.
I think they put a team foul on the wrong side.
That
second one was good. First one was no good. Second one was good, right?
Yes. No, both were good. And a turnover, traveling violation by Maya Brown. 42-39, 3:29 left. One possession game, Dwayne. I mean, this is what you want. This is everything you can ask for. Close game, back and forth. Seen one team get up big as 12. And give the Lady Rebels some credit. Found the jump shot from the three-point range and if knocked down, have a chance to tie it with a 3 right here.
You know, off air, you mentioned that these hasn't been any flow in this game. These, kind of sometimes these high school games are hard to find flow. I think we've seen flow, but instead of the flow that maybe we're used to at the Division I level, whereas it's a 2 or 3 minutes kind of flow, here it's a 45 seconds here and a 45 seconds there, and it's back and forth. It's not one team isn't generally finding a extended flow.
Hillier is going to drive it through the zone. Cross-court pass to Brooks. She's going to drive right. Back up. Now Hillier left alone. She'll go straight in. Floater. Off the rim, no good. Bounce around into the hands of Maya Brown. Good look there for the Lady Rebels.
Yeah, they had a good look, and they did a good job of moving the ball around, but the zone kind of is taking the three-point shot away, and I think that's really the point of it at this point for Ridgewood is to keep the three-point line covered. They are playing a 3-2.
As the Spartans had a couple good looks in there, including Maya Brown on the side, and we're going to get a foul. I believe that's going to be on number 30, Peyton Hillier.
I would agree. That would be her third. Team's second. See if they add one there. I may have missed one. I don't think I did, though. They did. Oh, they did add one.
So it's 3 team fouls apiece.
Yeah. They changed it back to 2.
Back to 2. They're confusing us. I have it 3-2.
That's what I had. I had it 3-1 heading into that. Oh, nice save.
Tiptoeing the sideline there is once again the Spartans corral an offensive rebound feeder right into Peck. As it's rotated around Clark. 3-pointers, no good there by Lindier. And finally, the Lady Rebels corral a defensive board and have a shot. Hillier, Dietrin. She's been a 3-point specialist here in the second half as Newton has it, swung around. Hillier drives, step through, up with right hand, no good. Rebounded by Clark.
See, that was the same play, same move. And that shot really wasn't there that time, and she kind of floated and left it and got it up, but it was not a good shot with 1:30 remaining here in a basketball game. It's a one-possession game, but foul is going to be called on Hillier. It'll be her fourth, actually. Team's third.
So minute 28, you're at 3 team fouls, 2 to get to that bonus, which you're going to probably need to if you don't get a stop here. Be a little more aggressive going for that steal because even if you pick up team foul number 4, puts you in a good position because you need to foul once for the bonus.
Yeah, I've talked to several basketball coaches and ADs that in the fourth quarter especially, you need to be more aggressive on inbounds and things like that. Oh, and she's going to foul out of the game. Hillier's going to pick up her 5th, team's 4th, and that's not who you wanted to get that 4th foul on as it's her 5th. For Hillier, she'll take a seat with 1:12 left in the basketball game. Ridgewood will be in the bonus after the inbound the rest of the way. Coming into the contest for Stark County, going to be number 2, Haley Peterson, to replace Hillier. Hillier leaves with a team high, tied for a team high 11 points.
Great backdoor cut on the end. Out of bounds by Peck. Had a good look. She's going to cut off Brooks. As Lady Rebels have a chance here, final 63 seconds, down by 3. Offensive foul, off arm. As Peck draws it, just moved her feet, kept the Lady Rebels in front, and the off arm got extended. And we'll get a timeout by the Spartans here. 57.3 seconds. Dwayne, we have hit the final 57 seconds. 3-point game. Spartans get the ball. The big thing right now for them in this huddle is got to get the ball in bounds. No 5-second counts, no turnovers. Get the ball and get ready to kind of be hacked as the steal attempts are going to be coming.
Yeah, and you know that if you're in Stark County's huddle, you're saying you got to be on the ball and on your player. You cannot give them a chance to do anything after they get the ball in, probably. I mean, I have them for 11 turnovers, Ridgewood, so there is the possibility to force them into a turnover. I don't know that the way the two teams have been shooting, if you want to take that opportunity, though. I think you want to foul, force them to beat you at the free throw line, and get as many chances at the offensive end as you can get.
Maya Brown's going to inbound it. She's going to go straight in. Quick outlet. And then is there going to be a turnover? Do we get a timeout? Yes, we do. Full timeout by the Lady Rebels, so they forced the turnover. And we'll have the ball after we come back. 52 seconds left in this one as you're listening to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back inside West Central High School. This one's coming down to the final 60 seconds, 52 to be exact, 52.1 to be exact. 42-39 ball game as the Spartans of Ridgewood lead the Stark County Lady Rebels in a game that the Spartans have led for pretty much, I would say, 8-minute quarters. For every single minute, probably about the 5 seconds it took for them to get back down the court after they trailed by 1.
Yeah, it's been a game where Stark County has been able to get there. They just can't get past there.
Yep. As it's a 3-point game, is Finnegan has ball. Brooks wants it. She's telling everybody reverse it. 1-3-1. Almost here. Finnegan's going to take the three. That one's going to be short. Saved. Yes, it will into the hands of Brooks. As Brooks
There's the three. Take that.
Rotate around. One more kick. There's Brooks. She looks. Quick rotation will give you an open three. We hit 20 seconds. 3-point game. Inside. Kick out three. 2-pointers no good. Rebounded. We're going to get a foul on number 22. And number 31, Brenly Wirt, will head down to shoot free throws on the other end. So if you're the Spartans, this is where you can close out this game. If you're the Rebels, this is where you hope the game stays a little open.
Yeah, Newton picks up her first foul. Team foul number 6, technically, but they only need 5. Wirt's free throw is good.
First one's
2 for 3 from the free throw line. And that was a big free throw.
That one's no good. 13 seconds. Finnegan's going to bring it up. Got to move quick. And that's great defense there by Kerrigan Lewis, just knocking it out of bounds, having the inbound it now, up by 4, 43-39.
I think that might have went off Dimitrion's hands, actually. It was tipped, and Dimitrion was outside of the defender, and the ball went over Dimitrion. I think it might have been off of her hands, but lucky to get a second chance.
And they do, and that was just outside the rim. Putback's good as Finnegan will go to the line to shoot 2.
Dimitrion tried the 3, missed it far side. The official says, good thing you're young, to the younger one.
Hey, you got to, crack a couple jokes here and there.
Brenly Wirt picks up the foul, her third, team's 4th. Free throw line is Sophie Finnegan, and she misses the first.
Timeout. Spartans. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here and talk a little strategy if you're Finnegan. I mean, that first free throw miss, obviously huge because it stays at 4. Now you really need to make the second one, get it down to 3, and then it's a quick foul as soon as the inbound is.
Well, in all honesty, at this point, she needed to make that and almost miss the second one and hope for a 3. Yeah. Because unless you can steal the inbound pass with 3.5 seconds, you're going to take a second, give or take 0.3 of a second to get a foul. If you go to the other end, even down by 3, if they miss in 2 seconds, it's really hard to get any kind of a decent shot.
Yeah, it's going to be a half-court heave after possibly 2 missed free throws is what you look for if you're the Lady Rebels. The second one up by Finnegan's up and good.
That does help the defense, though, but they get it in. And
quick foul, 1.6.
Actually took 1.9 seconds to get the foul.
A 1.6 3-point game with Sierra Clark having a chance to wrap it up and finish it from the free throw line. And even if you miss two, like you said, Dwayne, 1.6 is tough. It's about 2 dribbles and a heave. And that's if you corral it running toward your basket. And it's just like that. Clark knocks down the free throw. It's a 4-point game with 1.6 seconds left.
That is the nail in the proverbial coffin, I think.
And this free throw is your dagger. Up by 5 are the Spartans, 1.6 seconds. Not even get a heave. Instead, we're going to get nothing. And that will be how tonight's ball game ends, 45.
Foul is on. They are going to go ahead and call the foul. .1 second back on the clock. Newton will be shooting a couple free throws, but for all intents and purposes, it's just about the final score and not about what will happen, as they can't even catch.
So we will shoot some free throws here. 1 second on the clock, 45-40. Like you said, and the outcome will not change. The stats might, as that one bounces in for Kenna Newton.
Now, I thought he said to put 1/10 of a second on. He actually put 1 second on, which, it's a 4-point game. But if you could somehow get the steal on the inbounds pass,
that's not going
to matter.
Finnegan's going to put it up, get the buzzer beater to fall. So it will end as a 45-42 3-point game.
45-43, actually.
45-43 as I'm off my scoreboard. 2-point game, Dwayne. That saw a little bit of everything, a couple buzzer beaters, no jump ball in the fourth quarter, but 3 in the previous quarters, and well as almost a 12-point comeback for the Stark County Lady Rebels.
Yeah, Stark County, we talked about, they could get there, they just couldn't get past there, and that was really the difference. They even tied it once in the first half. They could just get up there, but it just seemed like they used everything they had to get there, and they just couldn't hit a big shot or two when they needed to get a victory here tonight. It ends up 45-43. Leading scorers will start with Stark County. A couple players with 11 points apiece for Stark County. Number 30, Peyton Hillier, who fouled out of the game with 11. Also with 3 3-pointers, Emily Demetrion had 11 points. 6 points for Morgan Brooks on a couple threes. It was Sophie Finnegan finishing with 3 points. It was number 22, Kenna Newton, finishing with 3 points. 7 points for Lauren Orwig, who was relatively quiet late in that game. She scored all those in the first half. And then 2 points for Haley Peterson. They shot 12 free throws in the game, did Stark County. Made 7, so they were 7 of 12 from the free throw line in the basketball game as we move to Ridgewood, who gets the victory here on the final pool play day of the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament here at West Central High School. Game high 15 points to lead all scorers for number 13, Heidi Leander. She was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 8 points for number 31, Brinley Wirt. She was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. There's a team 2 points who we missed in there somewhere, so I'm not sure who got that basket. I missed that one. Also, number 22, Mackenzie Peck, who kind of had a string there in the first half, like in the second quarter, that kind of blew the game back open a little bit. 5 points for number 10, Amaya Brown. 5 points as well for number 4, Kerrigan Lewis. 4 points for number 3, Sierra Clark, and she was really the one that iced the game with a couple free throws. She finished 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the game. It was 3 of 4 free throw shooting for Brown. And 8 of 13 from the charity stripe was Ridgewood. I had Ridgewood unofficially for 11 turnovers and Stark County 10 turnovers, and that was probably a little shy on both in all honesty. So that's how things work out. 45-43, Ridgewood gets a 2-point win over Stark County in a 9-12 contest, and weather permitting, I'll be back on Saturday. You guys have a busy Saturday of your own, but not with TSSR Game Time Live.
Yeah, busy Saturday. Western Illinois back at home. Women's and men's basketball conference play. New OVC conference taking on Tennessee State. Women will kick off at 1 o'clock. You can listen to me if you want to at GoLeatherNext.com doing the radio. You can also join the ESPN Plus broadcast. That will be doing it. And then the men will tip off. Right now, scheduled for 3:30. It's always 30 minutes whenever the women's game finishes. So roughly 3:30. Men's sitting 5-0, first place in the OVC. Really come with a bang. You can join on Q98.1 for the voice of Western Illinois men's basketball, BJ Stone, or also tune into ESPN Plus, or follow along on Twitter as our cameraman Joey Jelinek does both teams' Twitter starting this weekend and gives you updates throughout. It should be a fun weekend of basketball, both here at West Central High School and in Western Hall and Macomb, Illinois.
Yeah, BJ Stone's helping us as well, so we're getting a lot of crossover between Western and TSSR, so that'll be a lot of fun as we move forward. We got baseball coming up, but got some more basketball coming up next week. Let's just hope Mother Nature decides to play kind.
Yeah, play kind, play nice. Get the kids out on the basketball court is what I would like to say.
Wyatt Reed will be here with me on Saturday. He'll do the games in the elementary gym. I'll be over here for 4 games, barring weather, of course, at West Central High School's gym. We'll have 1 camera and a couple people talking, or 1 person talking and 1 camera in each gym. I guess I should say that, shouldn't I?
Might be a couple people talking. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
You bring some people on there, bring an extra headset. You never know who wants to get on and start their broadcasting career.
There you go. Almost had Joey on today, didn't we?
Almost had Joey on today. He's sitting up there still working the camera, having it stand still.
Did a good job for us. We appreciate it.
Did a great job.
Will, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact you're going to do some games next week for us. Should be a lot of fun for you and P. Hutch.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun, you know. I've done a lot of college basketball. I haven't done high school basketball since my high school days. Don't want to say it, but it's about 7 years ago since I graduated high school. It's crazy to think about, but, you know, it's fun to get back into these gyms and give these high school athletes, you know, the opportunity to have their game streamed, because nothing's cooler than being able to go watch yourself on a YouTube and be like, look at what I made. Sophie Finnegan, she's going to be able to go, look, I made this buzzer beater, and we got a clip of it. Like,
right.
That's cool to go show your friends, go show your grandparents, go show your families, and it's a great way for families to be able to stay and watch their kids if they can't make it to a game when weather is a little bad.
That's exactly right. So I appreciate everybody watching, tuning in, and everybody that watches it down the road. We'll be here Saturday, first game at 1 o'clock, I think, if that memory serves me correctly. 1, 2:30. Yeah, 5:30 is the last one. 1, 2:30, 4, and 5:30. That's the math for an hour and a half apiece, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right. So for Will Thomas and Joey Jelinek, who is so diligently still up at the camera, he has not moved, has he?
He's a good cameraman.
He is a good cameraman. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll talk to you Saturday, but we've got tons of boys basketball tomorrow night if schools are in. We got 4 games, 4 high schools tomorrow night having basketball. BPC. Southeastern, Macomb, West Hancock, and West Prairie.
Busy night for you tomorrow.
Busy night tomorrow night. Luke Little, John Burton, Kenny Suter, and Greg Phelps all with games calls tomorrow night here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll talk to you again very soon. Thanks for watching.